Hi, we're Zelgeon.
How did the Zelgeon project begin?
It started almost 10 years ago. That's like nothing serious. It all started in 2016. Back then we were like really into Geometry Dash. We were kids. We were 14. Yeah, we played a lot of Geometry Dash and we were inspired by the electronic music. We listened to Skrillex, Deadmau5, a bunch of house artists from Spinning Records. We had like a house phase and then the future bass and trap stuff and drum and bass. We wanted to make our own Geometry Dash level, and I remember we were using a Backward Nerds song. It was Emergency by the Backward Nerds. Yeah. We made a level with that song, but then I remember that you cannot upload other people's songs because like it gets taken down immediately. So at the time, I remember like the level was pretty much done and we were like, oh, this sucks so much because we had already done the level. So we were like, how about we make our own remake of the song and then we upload it to use it with the level. But like that was the logical reasoning. Yeah. I mean, not very logical if you think about it, because like, I mean, we were trying to make the Backward Nerd song with no production experience at all. But yeah, amazing. For us, it was like, let's just do this shit, just give it a shot and see what comes out of this.
Yeah.
We started, I think, a free software called LMMS, actually.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's Linux Multimedia Studio.
Oh, that's Linux, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. And back then we had a really old mini laptop that was extremely bad. Like, that thing was slow even if you were just trying to run Google Chrome on it. I remember that we gave up really quick on the remake though, because like, we didn't even know how to set up the VPN. So, you can imagine that was a train wreck.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
But like we kind of got motivated to keep going and learn how it works, create our own original music instead. So yeah, we downloaded a bunch of sample packs, plugins and stuff, and we just kept going.
That's so awesome.
The song we made, it was made with basically loops, but we really liked what we came up with. And I remember when we showed the song to our family, like they were really supportive. Yeah, the whole time. They were like, oh, this is really cool. You guys should keep going, even though it sucks.
What is your musical background?
Us, from a musical background and a musical family, we've always had the innate feeling of having something to express artistically. Yeah, because like, my mom is a singer. She's a music teacher. My dad is also a self-taught musician. He plays plucked stringed instruments. Mainly the cuatro, which is a national instrument in our country. Like, it's really representative of Venezuelan culture.
Oh wow. What does it look like?
It's like a tenor ukulele, but bigger. It's more versatile. And the tuning goes A, D, F sharp, B. But the B, the top B, is actually down an octave. It goes like da 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 da. Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of weird, but yeah, it is. It's what makes the cuatro unique. It allows for some unique voicing. We used that instrument in one of our tracks.
Oh, really?
Mente Positiva.
Nice. And so now you guys teach percussion, right? Like that's where you're at now, is at the school?
Yes, that's correct. We dedicate most of our time to be percussionists in the local youth orchestra.
Oh, cool.
And brass and percussion ensemble. We also conduct 2 percussion ensembles, one which is more advanced and another which is more beginner level. This ensemble, it has people with different special needs and I don't want to say disabilities because it really isn't a disability. It's a different way of living. it's worth noting that by the time that we start producing, we have already developed a musical ear by playing percussion and keyboard instruments. Yeah, chromatic percussion like marimba and xylophone.
Nice.
We weren't really good at reading sheet music. We had really good memory, so we memorized the songs. And we also discovered that we were able to transcribe songs. If you have ever played Nintendo DS, there was a Nintendo DSi game that we had that was called Korg Music Workstation or something like that. Korg DS, right?
I remember that.
Korg DS plus synthesizer, and we played with that too before even knowing that it was music production. So
right, it was kind of just a fun thing.
Kind of in front of our eyes the whole time, but we found out about it later, and we dedicated like a solid 4 years. Not just music production. We were so locked into music production.
Yeah. Once you really get into it, it's kind of like just all in.
And then in 2019, we got in the Maracay Youth Orchestra. And ever since we have been there, it's been amazing. I believe music is a universal language.
100%.
That can unite humans of all different kinds of cultures and backgrounds. Ultimately, it's like one of the most human things that we can do.
What is it like to produce music as identical twins?
Well, as far as the creative process, I think it's something that came really naturally to us, like to just work together, because we have been sharing things together our whole life. From the beginning, I've always had an inclination to like coming up with melodies and chords in like the arrangement side of things, usually. And my brother would be more inclined towards the technical aspects, like the sound design.
Since the very beginning, I was hooked instantly into sound design, mixing, and everything that it takes to make the sounds sound good. And the process of processing a sound to shape it or sculpt it to what you want it to be, like the whole problem-solving aspect, it has always piqued my interest.
So yeah, that's kind of how we work. We can always like switch roles as well.
It's not strictly like I do this, always do this, and yeah.
Yeah, we just like kind of sit next to each other, like how you see us right now. We in front of the computer,
the headphones into the computer with a thing that splits the input into two inputs.
So yeah, we are always listening to what we're doing at the same time.
It's like a constant feedback. Like, I will tell you like, oh, what if we do this? Yo, hold on, hear me out. And I do something.
Yeah, like I could be working and he gets an idea to do something, or vice versa. Like, it's a really organic process. When we are in the flow state, we just kind of throw things at each other and see what works. Like maybe he comes up with something,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool, but maybe if you change this thing,
Yeah, like he will tweak it or refine it.
and little by little, bit by bit, we come up with something that we both like, something that we think that fits with the vision of the track or the piece that we're working on. And that's just how we do it.
How did you come up with the name Zelgeon?
So how did the name Zelgeon came to be?
I really don't know how it came to me that it would be a good idea to pick a word and scramble the letters around, but we basically got the name by picking up the word gemelos, Gemelos, which is the Spanish word for twins.
It literally just means twins. So we picked that word and tried different combinations, see like the things that sound somewhat cohesive. So we ended up with Selgeom, which is like Zelgeon. Kind of weird.
So we switched the S by the Z and the M by the N, and it turned out to be Zelgeon. And back then, we were both really into Pokemon games. In my head, it sounded cool. It was like, oh, it kind of sounds like a Pokemon though.
Yeah, that could be a cool Pokemon name. So we rolled with it the whole time. And we stuck with it. It became our identity.
Who are some of your biggest inspirations?
Damn, that's hard to answer. We have like big, broad inspirations, mainly experimental electronic music, or like I guess I don't like the term, but IDM.
I don't know a better term either. IDM is kind of like a good blanket term, but I agree it's not the best way to describe a lot of the stuff, but
It just sounds a little pretentious. Yeah, it means that the rest of electronic music isn't intelligent.
right.
But that's dumb electronic.
Yeah, I make DDM, dumb dance music.
But yeah, like the more experimental side of electronic music, like that niche scene that Night Owl is all around. Like right now, off the top of my head, an artist that comes to mind is Tennyson,
Oh hell yeah.
Frederick Robinson.
Oh, well, he's one of the best.
Like ever since I listened to him on Filter Volume 4, like I've been a diehard fan of his stuff. Like it's just so immersive, and the Foley aspect of it, it's so alive. It has inspired us to make more organic mixes.
Kind of textures and like the soundscapes and stuff.
Yeah, as well as Tennyson, like he's
man.
just so good with that. So insane, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know how
Tennyson was like, everyone on Night Owl in the early days was so obsessed with Tennyson, and still to this day, like Tennyson is just one of the best of all time. But yeah, Frederick Robinson, I caught up with him not too long ago because I also reached out to him about being on Volume 5, but he's actually not really doing music stuff currently anymore. I really hope someday he comes back to production because like I agree that he's one of the best ever.
he's so underrated, bro.
Yes, extremely underrated, like really.
Other artists that I could name, Cone Sound.
Oh yeah, the OG. Culprit, yep.
I've been a fan of Culprit for a really long time, actually. We had a kind of music production tutor that we met on Discord. He shaped a little bit of our current sound and music. Like he used to be the label manager of Owen Elvis. Yeah.
Oh, Open Up. Okay, I remember them because I technically like had a release on there with Synergy Sound as like one of the last Johnny Hash things I ever did back in the day. Yeah.
And we got in touch with him for a really strange reason. We got a track stolen at the time.
Whoa.
Yeah, and we were trying to get that sorted out.
Right.
We posted the announcement in a couple servers, and it ended up in the corporate Discord server. And this guy, Vlad, he reached out to us, and he was like, "Yo, I like your music. Can we work together?"
Yeah.
And he really helped us to find the current sound that we have right now. Because if you listen to our older tracks from back then, from like 2017, 2018, it's so different from what we're doing nowadays.
Right. I've noticed that.
Yeah. Because the thing is, at the time, we had this really crazy output of music. Not so much the music that we put out, but we basically made a new track like daily or some shit. But we never finished them. We've had hundreds of unfinished projects.
Oh man, I'd love to go through this someday.
Actually, we plan to make an album this year.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I would love to hear a full Zelgeon album.
That will be the first time ever that we make an album, and we plan to have a concept for it that it merges like our percussionist side, like with the classical music background, as well as the influences from Venezuelan music,
Right.
and jazz, because we love jazz. The composers that we love the most, if I had to name a few, would be Ravel, Debussy, Tchaikovsky, Shostakovich, Prokofiev, Kapustin, Gustav Holst as well, Chopin, Liszt. We have been listening to a British composer called Frank Bridge. He worked around the 20th century, actually. He was kind of a ghost composer. Because, like, people didn't really know about him, but actually he was more known as a string player. But he was the teacher of Benjamin Britten, which became a really important composer later on. But yeah, if you check out Frank Bridge's music, especially his piano literature, it's so beautiful. It's like romanticism, but fused with impressionism and everything in between. It's super cool. Oh, talking about early 20th century, Igor Stravinsky. He wrote a symphonic work called The Rite of Spring. Was really groundbreaking. It was so crazy at the time that it caused a riot in the premiere in the theater. I think it was in Paris.
Wow.
Yeah. Like people were expecting something more along the lines of the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker, I guess.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because it was a ballet.
Okay.
But it turned out to be super crazy, dissonant, and weird. All sorts of weird stuff. And the ballet was like ugly. Because like what he intended with the music, it was to embody ancient primitive Russia in the ritual that they did when they worshipped the gods of spring. So when spring comes, they perform a ritual where they sacrifice a young girl. Yeah, and that's what all the ballet is about. Like it ends with the sacrifice of a girl who dances itself to death.
Wow.
It's crazy. Steve Reich is a huge influence as well, but he's a little more modern. And I really get inspired by his stuff because he made a lot of literature for percussion, actually, using repetition, but like finding a way to keep it interesting by moving different patterns and the techniques of phasing. Really reminds me of the process of making electronic music, which is like very loop based.
Right. That's there's always an interesting crossover between like writing classical and writing electronic, and like writing music on paper versus in a DAW, and like all the different parallels between how, even though it can look like two totally different worlds, it's like there's a lot of crossover.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And last but not least, jazz. Like we just love jazz. All the eras really, from bebop, hard bop, modal jazz, not free jazz.
That's fair.
I like modern jazz. I want to take this opportunity to shout out a Venezuelan jazz pianist that we love, which is Gabriel Chacarji.
Nice.
He's currently based in New York City.
Oh, cool.
And he has a group, a jazz trio, which is made of Venezuelan musicians as well. Something worth noting as well. After graduating from high school, we got into college. In there, we specialized not only in folk music, but overall, like, music from Latin America. So, like, all the Latin genres from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Peru, Chile, Honduras as well, Guatemala. By the way, the national instrument of Guatemala is the marimba.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's a good little fact.
But yeah, since we studied folk music, we got more involved in the party of San Juan. There's a religious cultural manifestation. They play for Venezuelan music, and they perform incredible rhythms, like, and mind-boggling. The thing is, the state that we come from, it has a lot of coasts. In the coast of Aragua, there are many regions with African Venezuelan people, which they share the same tradition with San Juan, but they perform different styles of the rhythms. Yeah, like depending on the region, the rhythms change slightly, but they are divided into two segments, you could say. Like there's the golpe tambor, and there's also the sangueo, which is the part where they have the saint and they pass the saint around in a parade. Yeah, we actually got lucky to be friends with people who was directly involved in the tradition, So we have been in that party as well, and we learned to perform the rhythms as well. Like if you check out our Instagram, I think there's a video of us playing those rhythms actually.
What advice would you give to someone looking to get into making music?
I guess a piece of advice that we could show to other people is that you don't need to wait to have the best gear of the world to start. You start with whatever you have. It doesn't matter. As long as you have the passion for music and the drive to create something, you will find the mediums. And nowadays, in the era of the internet, we have infinite resources to learn by yourself. Like my brother and I are self-taught, but really, I think the most important thing is to be consistent. Don't judge your own work too harshly, and try to learn as much as you can. Try to get in touch with communities of other producers. Try to really make friends with music. Don't just produce because you want to be popular or something.
That's great advice. It's all about the intention behind it, and like, you know, if it's real, if you're really building friendships and meaningful relationships and community, you'll feel it.
One of the most fun things about music is bringing people together, really. So
I agree.
if you can get on Discord, find a community of producers, that has such a huge impact when we were learning. At first, we got into Newgrounds communities, and then after Newgrounds, we learned about Discord, and it just blew up from there. And something I could point out that happened that was really important, actually. Back in 2017, when we had just 1 year of having started learning music production, we got in a competition which was called Newgrounds Underdogs Audio Contest or something like that. I remember we just signed up and we wanted to have fun, and the challenge of the competition was just to make a song in a week, or I think it was 2 weeks, like the maximum deadline. You had to make a song in a deadline, and it was 3 songs, 3 rounds that we had to make. So in the first 2 rounds, like with the songs we did for the contest, we got first place, which was insane. It was crazy. We did not expect that at all. But
that's
then,
amazing.
In the 3rd round, we got second place. And it was still super crazy because then we got in touch with a bunch of other producers that were in a community called Chips Combo. Basically a music contest website. Is super cool.
That sounds
we have
awesome.
participated a lot in that, and actually the reason that Slab exists is thanks to that contest. It's called Audio Secret Santa. Basically like a Secret Santa, but with music.
Right.
So it works like this. You input a prompt, and that prompt gets sent to someone else, and they have to make that song for you. And everyone is anonymous until the end. Yeah. So at the same time, you also get a prompt to make a song for someone else.
Right.
So at the time, I remember the prompt that we got was make a song that has lots of funky slap bass.
Yes.
We listened to a lot of Cassiopeia at the time, a lot of T-Square, Mario Kart soundtrack.
Yeah, Mario Kart soundtrack. I hear the Mario Kart inspiration for sure, man. And like Sonic and like just like that's so much of my influence comes from those games, and so yeah, I just love the Mario Kart vibes.
We love Mario, dude. Like all the Saji Kondo is
yes.
big. But yeah, we made it flat, and it got first place in that.
No way.
It's a gift game, but at the same time, it's a competition. Like the songs get rated at the end. Like you have to vote for other people's entries. It's not a judge. Like the competition doesn't have judges. Like the judges are the participants.
Oh, so it's all by like votes?
Oh, on all the tracks. Yeah. Like the lyrics, of course.
Right. So that feels really fair to me. I really like that system.
Yeah, and everyone gets to leave their own honest reviews on every track, so that you also get to improve. Yeah, you get feedback. And you're like, okay, I know what I can improve upon. maybe the version of the song that you put out in the contest, like you decide to change it up a bit after you get feedback. So it was like that for us, for that track. It was like that for a lot of other tracks that we have done, actually, including Wonder.
Any exciting projects to share?
Last year, we did a soundtrack for a documentary that a friend of mine made,
Whoa.
and we had the luck to work with him in that project. And it actually earned a prize for best soundtrack in a festival, a national festival,
Really?
last year.
Wow, congratulations.
So-
That's amazing.
Crazy, because like it's the first time that we actually made a soundtrack ever, and it turned out to be quite good. It's also like something that it's extremely out of our comfort zone, not just because of the film scoring aspect, but it's the first time that we made an entirely acoustic composition,
Wow.
and we had to record everything. Yeah, we
Right.
booked studio with the musicians and stuff. Actually, we recorded some of the instruments with a phone
Nice.
and a laptop
That's amazing.
and a cheap dynamic mic that we found, and it turned out super well.
Yeah, it just goes to show with like, and this is something with you guys I've always felt is like the level of quality of your equipment does not equal the level of quality of the output. Because I remember when you guys were working with the really like crappy headphones or like, you know, the bad laptop and stuff, and still pumping out like some of the best music that I've heard. And I'm just like, how?
When we first started to Night Owl with Wonder
Mm-hmm.
in the pandemic, we were still using that laptop that I mentioned a while ago.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I remember you guys talking about how unfortunate it was, but like so impressive that you were able to manage to still make it work.
We didn't get this laptop until 2021. Yes. We had 3 friends. They teamed up to give us a laptop. It's probably like the best gift that we have ever gotten. One of those people that was responsible for us getting this laptop was Midas, Inverted Silence.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that makes sense. He's one of the sweetest and like just one of my favorite people. I wanted him to be on Field Trip Volume 5 actually, but he's got some other, he's working on like some video game scoring stuff and then doing his like stuff with like Explorers of the Internet, which is like incredible. Oh my God.
I know I mentioned that we were gonna make an album in the future. That's something that's hopefully coming up this year. I think we are making a Patreon this year as well. And there's a track coming up as well that we made for a video game.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would like to show you a little bit
Really?
of that song.
Oh, I would love to hear.
I'm gonna show you just this section over here.
Nice. I like it already.
check out this solo over here. That's crazy. All programmed, by the way. Yeah. So yeah, you can hear a little bit of the jazz influence.
Oh
there.
man, those chords, man. That's yummy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh. Actually, this little part reminds me that I forgot to mention one big inspiration that we have, Mr. Virtual Riot.
Oh yes, the legend. Man, he is a huge inspiration for sure for like everyone. I feel like.
How could I forget
Yeah.
Valentine?
Yeah, when I hear stuff like this, I feel like I could see this on like Monster Cat or something. Like it's a little like jazzier than their usual, but like at the same time it holds the same sort of like essence of what I could hear being on Monster Cat. So I don't know. It'd be really cool to see that happen.
You're not the first one to mention it,
Yeah.
actually.
I bet. I could see a lot of big things for you guys, man. It's just, you're so talented, and yeah, thank you so much for sharing that.
I might be able to show you something else.
Oh,
that we
yeah,
have
please.
Here. We have a friend from Maracaibo, which is a city super far away. He came over last year. We came up with this little thing. It's like a DNB.
Oh hell yeah, let's hear it. More D&D.
It's kind of edgy.
Yeah,
Right
I'm trying
now,
to find the beat.
it's
Oh, there
kind
we
of
go.
weird, but the thing is, the beat,
Yeah.
the melody started hard.
I like that.
So it's a little misleading in the beginning. That's the point. Now check the melody up here.
Yeah. Got like a little polymeter or something.
It's like
Yeah.
it's a polymeter of I think yeah.
That's really cool. I love playing.
It's
with
kind
the,
of a
like,
polymeter.
making someone question whether it's like a house beat or a drum and bass beat, or then like switching it up, and it's like, what?
That's something that if you listen to Frederick Robinson, he does that a lot.
For sure. I know on Volume 4 there was a lot of like talk about like where the beat was, and like it's just like yeah. It's such a cool. It plays with your head in such a way, and it's just like I don't know.
It's awesome.
I love that. So yeah, thank you for sharing that one too. That's super nice, and I feel like definitely has some good potential. Yeah. Well, awesome guys. Keep up the amazing work. Keep staying inspired and reaching all the people that you can with your incredible talent. And yeah, I'm so excited to see what the future holds. Super thankful that this worked out.
Same.
All right, y'all. Well,
Peace and love.